Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the DR8 today. I'm going to talk about the reasons why I have just received another car. Yes, I bought another car not long after the DR8, and there's nothing wrong with the DR8. The reason I bought another car is because basically I'm not sick, but as every RC owner knows, they do break. And when they break, unfortunately, it can sometimes mean game over. If cable ties don't do the job, then you know that's it. You're going home with full batteries. So you can't really go and buy all the spares that you could, but you don't really want to go out and buy. It's not very satisfying. A load of spares when you don't know what's going to break, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of spares on here. There's a lot of parts. So what's the next best option? Have a backup car. So that's kind of where I started with that. I wanted another car as a backup, but at the same time, you know, I don't want it just to be any car. I want it to be different. This is great for bashing. It's great. It's a great all-rounder. You know, it can do the sand, it can do the mud, the tracks, whatever. It can do everything. It's not the best at anything apart from probably what it's made for, which is sand, so desert buggy. But I wanted something that was different. So I was thinking, okay, I want something that's maybe a bit better, a bit more stable on a track, less likely to flip over, so lower centre of gravity, something that worked great on tarmac, so a big open space car park or whatever. Just something different, but something that can still work off-road. So obviously a road car's out the picture, and it brought me to a buggy. So I kind of thought, right, buggy, yes, that's what I want. So I looked at a lot of reviews and things on YouTube, and I looked at all the different options. I had a couple of criteria. One was it needs to be 6S to match, because you know I'm used to this. I don't want to suddenly drop to a slower car. I know they're not that much slower at 4S if the car's small, but I wanted 1/8. I wanted the batteries to fit in the new car so that I can interchange them, swap them around. And I wanted it to look good. This is a brilliant car, but it's not the best looking car. I wanted something that was a bit more show off, I think, but that certainly wasn't the main criteria. So I had a quick look around. There was the Corrali, whatever you want to call it, Python I think it is. I really like the look of that, a real modern looking car. Yeah, I just bought out the new version. I think it's about £420, and I was kind of like around that sort of budget, 350 to 400, similar sort of price to the range to this, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, there was that. There was the let me think, the Armour. Oh, I can't remember the bloody names. There's too many of them. But basically, I was looking at all the different buggies, and it sort of narrowed it down to a couple. And the one I got, well, you see for yourself, but I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. The looks of it are just amazing. This is a hint. I'm going to go and get it now, but it's a reminiscence of like the 90s race cars, you know, the track cars, the sort of Team Associate and the Schumachers. So I'm going to go and get it now, and obviously you let me know what you think. But let's get the DR8 out of the way. Obviously this is an unboxing, so I'm actually going to get the box. I haven't opened it myself yet. Okay, here it is. So this is an Absima. The box is pretty plain. There's actually been unboxings already on YouTube, so you know, you can see it from other people, but there you go. So that's the Absima Stoke 6S. I just think it's a phenomenal looking car. So let me just get it out. Come on, you can do it. It's stuck on. Nothing. Oh, look at that. That was amazing. That looked really pop. The camera didn't do it justice. So let's get it out of there then. Maybe I'll just drive it in a box, keep it protected. I don't think I'll have much steering on that. So we get the car, obviously, a wing, instruction manual, and the remote from What you want to call it. So let's get this out of the way, the boring bit. I don't know much amount about these, but yeah, 2.4 gigahertz even. Yep. Oh, that's nice. Bit better than the other one in the field department on that. Yeah. As long as it controls it. Oh, we've got some dials there. Yeah. See, I actually prefer these throttle dials, well, these trim dials, because they're analog. The problem with the you go the FTX version is it's all digital, so you kind of don't know where you are. It does tell you in flash when it's in the middle position, but other than that, you've really got no clue. So you've always got to move it to the middle or move it to the far end and then trim it back. So I much prefer these analog throttle trims. So actually, what I might do is bind this one to work with the DR8. Okay, let's get that aside there. That's nice. I like that. Let's put that on there. Right, the box out of the way. So this actually comes with another pinion on the box. Can you turn the box? Yes, it does. It's an RTR, but it says also 110 kilometres, so it's about 70 miles an hour. But you need the 15-tooth pinion to get to that speed. You got your tubes, your binding attachments for your receiver and your manual. Okay, that's a boring bit out of the way. So let's get this off then. Now, like I said, I had my criteria, but kind of some of it went out the window because although it ticked most of the boxes, the one it didn't tick was, and I can show you now if I pull this off. Haha, man, that is just amazing. Get rid of that. Let's get this clip off. Don't want to lose my clips, so I have to do something a bit like do with the FTX and get those attached. Oh, that's lightweight. So let me just bring that up close so you can see. Look at that. It's a lovely shot. Now, I say the remnants of the 90s kind of cars. I just love that. I think it's just with that blocky sort of look, and nice and up the front where the weight needs to be for front end grip. So let's just put that there. It's lovely that. I'll tell you one thing I noticed about this car straight away. It's really light compared to the DR8. There's more, or should I say less metal components on here. Sometimes that can be a good thing, sometimes a bad thing, but yes, it's definitely lighter. So what I was saying before was I wanted my batteries to fit. Now these have got twin battery trays, so and they're a lot shorter than on the DR8. So the Z batteries, although they do fit, you can fit them, especially probably only on this tray because a single battery, because it can overlap the tray. But yeah, they're too long. It's about 140mm tray. In fact, I'm just going to get the tape and measure that. Let's have a look. It's not very long. Yeah, 141mm tray. So not all batteries are going to fit in there. So I ended up purchasing a couple more batteries, which I will show you in a minute. Yeah, so 2 3S's to make the 6S, so just adds to my battery collection. So I can still use those in this DR8 if I want to, but yeah, it did mean I had to buy some more. Look at it, lovely. Now, one thing I really liked, that suspension, that is so plush. That just feels. Okay, it's bottom out. DR8 does the same. DR8's a lot harder than that, but of course it's a lot heavier, so it needs to be. Obviously, this is default out of the factory. I wound down quite a bit already, actually. If you can see that, there we go. See, they're actually wound down quite a bit. So yeah, I mean, those springs are obviously a lot softer, but like I said, your shock towers here are actually plastic, but you know, it's every manufacturer to their own. There are a couple of obvious weak points as I'm concerned to these knuckles here that attach the shocks on, but hey, like I said, I'm not necessarily going to take this bashing. These are really soft rubber on these tyres. really soft, so they're going to grip really well by the feel of them. Some nice sturdy foam inside them. Like these are quite squishy, but these are softer, but don't go in as much because yeah, because there's harder foam in there. Yeah, lovely. So we've got XT60 connectors. Obviously I'm XT90, so I'm gonna have to swap those out. It's a shame. I might just put a converter on those, keep it stock. Just because it looks so nice and clean and tidy, but you know, as soon as it's broken a few pieces, I think I might end up replacing stuff anyway. Yeah, I mean, I love the gold pieces on it. I mean, gold for me is just tacky, and you know, I don't really like gold or anything. I don't wear gold jewellery. I never have. I wouldn't have gold on my car, or you know, those sort of things. But you know, it actually reminds me of a Mini RSVR V-twin motorbike I had a few years back, and it had all the carbon everywhere, but it also had the Olin suspension, which, as you know, comes in gold and just looks brilliant. It's not actually gold, obviously, it's titanium nitride, same as you get on your gold looking drill bits. But yeah, I mean, I think it looks real nice, and you've got it on the wheel nuts as well there. Lovely looking car. So you got your Absima chassis, which is got a couple of like pleats in it for strength, 3mm thick. So electronics on this, you've got 150 amp ESC, so it's the WP8B1L1150. It's basically the same as what's in that, isn't it? It looks the same, identical really. It's just rebranded, it's like Hobby Wing or something like that. I mean, it's 150 amp anyway. Slightly faster spinning motor on here. It's a 2100 kV as opposed to the 2000 kV on there. But this one's actually got the heatsink on there as well. Have a quick look up there so you can see all the parts and the lights. So yeah, so it's got, yeah, obviously it takes, I think, 2 to 6S, but 6S. The one big thing that may or may not last is a 9 kilogram servo. It's a metal geared servo, but 9 kilograms. Really light for this size car, 1/8 scale. But yeah, hey, I've got another spare servo now anyway from that. So you never know, I might swap that out. Let's just get the wing on here. Come on, let's do it. Just only a couple of clips. So let's pull these off. Now, buggies in the past, I've had buggies, but 1/10 scale. The wing doesn't tend to last that long, but the wing's normally made of the same stuff as the, or in my experience, it has been made of the same stuff as the shell, which is quite brittle. Now this is like more of a rubbery feel, so that's thicker. So that should last quite a bit longer, I hope. This is lovely. This, I can't wait to get this up. Gone quiet now. I'm just admiring it. It is quite a different setup than the DR8. There's quite a few different components, different setups. Certainly doesn't feel quite as sturdy, but then maybe that's the weight. I mean, it's so much lighter. It's over a kilo lighter, which you know, when you're looking at 4.5 kilos and 3.15 kilos, whatever it is, you know, that's a big difference. You know, in percentage wise. I like the Absima straps. That's quite a nice thing. So if I move you over, because now I've put you on top of, then I'll show you the batteries that I got for it. If I just undo this a second, right? Okay, you can't see what's going on here, but I'm getting my batteries out. Right. Okay. So, obviously, as I said, the battery tray required 2 separate batteries, and I haven't got any 3S batteries. I only have a 4 and a 6. Oh no, inevitably I'm going to have to buy some new batteries, but I purchased these. Now, absolute bargain, 2 for £60. Now you're going to say, oh, you bought cheap. You said you didn't, but you did. Well, I couldn't resist it because these were 5,200 3S ATC Goldbat. Now, I heard good things about these. 250 quid. I'm amazed. I thought, well, screw it. I'll give it a go. From Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. But also, they should fit perfectly because I think they're 139mm, so about 2mm shy of the maximum size you can get in here. I'm making a meal of this, but the Velcro straps are great, but a pain in the arse to get the. So there you go, that fits lovely. But look, yeah, that's got about 2mm. See, you can see the movement there. There's very little, so they should look nice in there. They should really go well. Obviously, as you noticed, probably they've got Dean's connectors, but that's all I can get them with. XT60s. I'm going to run a converter. I've already got a converter. 2 converters coming for these batteries, but no converter for the other batteries. But then I probably won't run them on run some of the batteries, because even if I get them in, it'll only be on this side, so it'll be side heavy, and it's not going to really drive that well. Okay, so let's get that out. Let's get the lid back on. Now I've got the spoiler on, and let's have a look at it. Okay, so man, that's nice. Fairly strong and a bit of buggy. It's not really going to come that much in contact with the ground, although that bit will. As I say that. Okay, so let's get the flips in. Upside down. Not okay. Right, bit of a close up there. Beautiful colour scheme. I really like that. Decals on there. I love the way that it's got the. It's sort of like reddy. It's like the pink with the red, or the purple with the red makes it look pink on the back. So it looks like almost it's changing colour. It's not like that. And you got that luminous green around there. Absima Stoke. I think it goes really well, and I just love that angle. I mean, big wheels, sloping roof, line, really nice. Gold rims. Not sure that's going to last very long. A bit flimsy compared to the R8, but yeah. Yeah, happy with that. So, like I said, the R8 brakes, pull this bad boy out, off we go, carry on having a bit of fun. So, I don't know if anybody cares, but we do a direct size comparison between the two. You see this, so obviously it looks like you've got a slightly bigger wheelbase on the DR8. Length pretty much identical if you're taking it from the furthest point, which is the tyre and the spoiler. So same length, slightly longer wheelbase on the DR8, and I'm taking into account the wheels are bigger, definitely. Okay, so let's do. Okay, obviously the DR8 is slightly wider, but to be honest, I know you can't see that from there. In fact, there's a lot of toe out on that. In fact, no, I lied. You can't see it, but it's pretty much identical. Obviously with this lower centre of gravity, that's less likely to flip, which is one of the things I wanted from something I'm going to take around on the car park. Yeah, so I haven't got a battery in either of those, but the weight difference is phenomenal. Obviously I told you what the weight difference is, it's just over a kilo, but it just feels like a lot more than that when you're holding it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, but Absima success. So yeah, so in the next video I'm going to be thrashing this about, sort of weather permitting and where I can go and stuff like that. But okay, so like and subscribe hit the notification bell if you want to see my next videos coming up, the DR8 speed runs and any bashing that I'll be sticking on. Great, cheers guys.